Hi guys, I'm back today with another simple page in my Traveller's Notebook insert. This is a different insert than normal. This is my ladies you should listen to insert. So this insert is all just quotes from ladies I think have sensible advice. So I had to cover up the left hand side of the page. So I'm just using one of the digital papers from the Silver Linings kit. I think that's the half poker one, and I'm just going to use my tape runner just to cover that up. This is an insert that I made myself, and I just made it in my favourite cherry yellow paper. I'm almost finished, so once I'm finished I'll do a wee walkthrough and show you all the pages that are in it. I don't think many of these actually have process videos, they're just little quotes that I keep in here, advice for myself. This time I've grabbed a little selfie, and I'm just going to back that with some of this pretty watercolour-y looking blue paper. And then make a sort of wee cluster, I guess. It's the smallest cluster known to man. I've got a little pink tag and a little glassine envelope. These are all just little bits and pieces that were sitting around on my desk. And I thought that the colours matched nicely with the page. It sort of ties the pink and the yellow and the blue in the photo together. And then I'm just going to stick that down onto the middle of the right hand side. And then for my quote, I've just written it out on a piece of scrap paper just to make sure I get all the spelling right. And I'm going to use this, I think it's the Grant Street Alpha from Kelly Stamps. So I'm just going to stamp this out just in black ink, and I sort of am trying to start through the centre spine, so to make sure none of the letters are going to end up over the fold. I'm just starting on one side and then adding them in. Now, as I was going, I realised the stamps were sort of on the wrong side to be comfortable, so I swapped them over. But then I've done this where it shrinks, and the lining is just terrible. So rather than start again, I just grabbed a piece of scrap paper and I'm going to lay that down almost like a ruler, just to make sure that I'm going to get the rest of these words reasonably straight. So it was a little bit hard because I was trying to hold the paper in place and do the stamping. I probably could have taped it down, but I was just being lazy, to be honest. This was just a cheats way to try and keep it a little bit straighter. So I'm not starting on the left or the right hand side, I'm just adding the words just as they go, just sort of free form, I guess. I do want them to be on both sides of the page, but I'm not super fussed on where they go. This is just a quote that has resonated with me lately. Just I think when you try to say yes to things rather than no because you're scared or nervous, it is scary, but it can make your life a lot fuller, and it's just something that I've sort of found lately, so that's why I wanted to put this in my notebook, just to make sure that I remember it in the future. And now I'm getting down to this side. It's all going to have to go onto the left because my cluster's there. And so I am just starting again in the middle just to make sure it's not going to run over the edge there. Now there's no punctuation with this stamp set, and I need a little apostrophe, so I'm just carefully stamping up one arm of the T there just to turn that into an apostrophe. And then the only time on this page that I was worried that it wasn't going to fit was this word courage, so I started at the spine and hoped for the best, and it did fit. I was, I guess, squishing the letters up a little bit more than the rest of the page, but it did fit on there all in one go. And then I'm just going to add in the owner of the quote, and I've just been writing that in with pen. And then I felt like it needed a little something extra, and I had got these puffy heart stickers in the mail that day and thought the colours couldn't have been more perfect if I had planned it. So I'm going to add one of each colour. The pink's not exactly the same, but I think it ties in alright. And a white one up there, so 3 hearts, and that's it. I love using this insert as a place to keep all these quotes that mean something to me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep watching, there's a couple more videos on screen. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!